All right. So, welcome back to part three of Valorant. I know there hasn't actually not been a lot of activity in terms of my stream, and I thought I was going to do the big four, but I kind of want to just save that for, let's just say next week. And why I say next week is because I want to go ahead and take like a mini break, and I do this occasionally for any new subscriber or returning subscriber or viewer. I tend to take like mini breaks, so that's why my schedule is not consistent. So, I mean, technically it is Wednesdays, so we are still consistent, but sometimes my schedule can be like 4 days a week, or it could be 3 days a week. The consistent schedule, whenever I can have a consistent schedule, is Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. But it really doesn't matter in the end. I just stream whenever I want to stream. And I'm decided to just do a mini break. So I won't be gone for long. But yeah, let's just say I will do a streaming tomorrow. Friday we'll do a streaming. Saturday, that's off the table too. But I think I might come back Sunday and I'll come back swinging. And I'm not going to even promise anything of what my schedule is going to be next week because I did say I'll cover the big four and the second half will be something else. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll do like Spellforce 3 Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I know I'm not going to get done with that game because it's a freaking RPG, so that's going to take days. But before we start part 3 of Valorant, I'd like to tell you a story about Xbox 360 Marketplace. Before, yes, we'll address the elephant in the room and we'll talk about it, but I kind of want to talk about Xbox 360 Marketplace. My first game, and I have to think about this, but my first game that I bought from Xbox 360 Marketplace when it was a big commodity and when it was a very much a big deal back in those days, the Xbox 360 days I'm talking about, when Xbox had just lightning in the bottle, and Mass Effect 3, the extended cut. And people really shat on the game, Mass Effect 3, the base game, when it didn't have the extended ending. People, like players who play Mass Effect 3 really were very pissed about how Mass Effect 3 ended the very first time around. If you were around that time, you know what I mean. And people had cupcakes talking about the blue, the red, and the iconic green ending, and people just hated the base game ending. I was not one of them. I was kind of the opposite. I think kind of like the open to interpretation. I think it worked very well for Mass Effect 3. It wasn't perfect, mind you, but I could live with it because the journey to get to that ending was okay. I could see why people were butthurt about the ending because we kind of wanted to know what happened to the crew of the Normandy. Am I talking about Mass Effect 3 and why am I talking about the DLC, the very first thing I bought from Xbox 360 Marketplace when I used to have Xbox Live Go? Because Xbox Live, well, not Xbox Live, Xbox 360 Marketplace has officially closed on July 29th, pretty much this year. And from what I've been Googling, it sounds like, and from what the interviewers and people just been kind of talking about, and I think they said August of 2023. Yeah, they said that it was already acknowledged that the Xbox 360 Marketplace would be shut down on July 29th. So it was coming, but people who played the Xbox 360 bought, like, let's just say Black Ops 2, Halo Reach, Gears of War, the very first one. Oh yeah, people were going nuts of what was on Xbox Marketplace. Man, Xbox back because of the Xbox showcase? To a degree. I don't think they're back. I don't think they're going to be ever reclaim their pretty much Xbox 360 glory. Absolutely not. But we cannot deny the impact they had when Xbox had a big W in the Xbox 360. They had banger after banger after banger because of Gears of War. But really, it was Halo. It was Halo like 3 when it was a thing, and Halo Reach, and the Halos were actually freaking amazing before they got to Halo 4, which I still enjoy Halo 4. I actually enjoyed it, but the original trilogy by Bungie, it just was like it was timeless. And the original trilogy Gears of War, which I played all three of them, freaking a lot. I put maybe more than 300 hours on them. I enjoyed them to this day. I still have my Xbox 360, but why am I starting the story with that pretty much Mass Effect 3 DLC? It's just because it's so timeless. I remember when I bought the DLC from the Xbox 360. When it was announced the DLC was coming, I had to have it. I had to have it. And the most it was the most greatest buy that I made in terms of like my first purchase. It was the greatest first purchase that I made. And I was proud of that first purchase. And of course, over time on the Xbox 360 Marketplace, before I, transition, of course, to the PS4 as the next step, then the PS5. Yeah, the Xbox 360 Marketplace just holds so much memories for me. I got so many good sales back in those days. I got so many great games, and it was kind of one of my first foray into like hardcore gaming back in my college days. So yeah, the Xbox 360 Marketplace has so much nostalgic value and so much memories. I remember a time when I kind of got into Xbox Live Go, and of course the DLCs and the wasted time cosmetics I got for Tomb Raider, and I still don't use it for Tomb Raider, and I think that was a stupid buy. I have to admit. But like stuff like Mass Effect 3 DLC, that's just so timeless. Or when I bought Gears of War 3, not only on the physical disc, but also on the online because playing on physical disc was it just made my console didn't work or it kept freezing. So playing it on digital, it just was so freaking great, and I loved it every single moment. But yeah, it's just why people are going to be saddened that Xbox 360 Marketplace. It's because Xbox just had a big W and all those kind of like multiple hours of multiplayer that was just not so commonplace for live service games. Everything was just so competitive and actual had single player campaigns with multiplayer. And everyone just had that live chat and there was just so much like the community was different back then. Like a video game community. It just felt like we were seeing such a like an emergence or I don't know how to describe it a surging emergence whenever we had the Xbox 360. So many college parties, so many like Mountain Dew. Well, I didn't drink Mountain Dew, but you get the idea what I'm saying. It was just like so iconic back in those days. And if you lived during those times, man, you were one of the lucky ones. If you did it, then you probably watched like old YouTube videos of people or gamers like myself back in the Xbox 360 of buying stuff from Marketplace. It was iconic. It was so stupid fun. You didn't really think about a lot of responsibilities as you get older. But yeah, it was just so simplistic times and iconic times. It wasn't like too simple, but it's just great for nostalgia. And now Xbox 360 Marketplace is gone. I get why they did because the Xbox Series X and S has been around now for a couple of years, and so there's no point to hold on to the 360 if there's no Xbox 360 games being made anymore. I think they stopped making Xbox 360 games decades before, like decades before the Xbox One. There just wasn't a lot of Xbox 360. But yeah, man, Xbox 360 just had a big W because of all the amount of games you had. There was no shortage of games and graphics they were pushing the envelope, but they weren't there yet. And so you just felt like you had like a really precious, like one of a kind type of game, even if it was digital or physical. And that's where digital was really pushing the pushing the envelope back then. So I never thought I knew it was coming, but I just didn't know when it would come because Xbox 360. I hate this use this metaphor, but it was kind of like being a dead horse because there was just no games being released. No, it was a successful console from Xbox. Xbox has definitely lost their way. Same as PlayStation. Nintendo hasn't lost their way. I don't think Nintendo has lost their way. But Xbox, when they used to be great, like extremely great, and they are trying to catch the Xbox 360, that kind of lightning in the bottle, and they'll never do it if they can't lay it off their workers and pretty much killing creativity. This is nothing new because other videos have been talking about this recently and pretty frequently, actually. So, in conclusion, what I'm trying to say before we get to the multiplayer, this actual multiplayer, Xbox 360 Marketplace, you'll be missed. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the nostalgia. Thank you for the Xbox 360 games that were actually being sold at those time. Freaking Gears of War Trilogy and Halo when it was owned by PUBG. Yeah. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the online multiplayer. Thank you for giving us one of a kind games. You will be sorely missed, but you left a lasting legacy. And that's all I'm going to say. I know it's not like me to get that heartwarming. No, it is like me. But that one defined my college years back in the day. I just didn't have the time to kind of talk about it because I was just so focused on kind of like completing my mini marathons and trying to get like games like my walkthroughs out. So I just didn't have time to actually think about it. Now I think about it, it's bittersweet. It left a lasting legacy. It left a lasting legacy for the Xbox 360. Yeah, man, Xbox 360 marketplace, but it went out on a high note, and I'm just still surprised it was still around. That's a pretty freaking long time. I mean, if I remember right, I think the Xbox 360 marketplace came out, to quote me on this, on 2005. So the fact that it lasted almost 19 years and there's no new Xbox 360 game that hasn't been made for decades, but it was still around, is kind of crazy that it was around for 19 years. So, so when you think about it, they just didn't have anything there. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but still, it's crazy. 19 years and they didn't have any new Xbox 360 games. So yeah, now when you really think about it, how if you are nostalgic for Xbox 360 games just in general, if you can't buy it on digitally, then do you have to buy it physically? I don't think they're even selling them anymore, or they're probably bloody expensive. Well, that's kind of the gist of it. All right, well, guys, you can definitely leave that like, comment, or subscribe. This could be a simple rest of the day, pretty much Valorant, and I actually want to put the time in it because I had so much fun with it. But what do you think about if you are an expert, if you are an Xbox fan, or you played the Xbox 360 back in the day when Xbox was winning, definitely winning? What is your favorite memory from the Xbox Live Marketplace, or I guess the Xbox 360 Marketplace, whatever you want to call it? What was your best memory? Was it like a content that you bought, or was it like a free something you got, or just some game that just holds a special place in your heart? But anyway, enough talk. Let's play this live service game, and I'm actually enjoying it. Okay, so I haven't tried the other one, but I kind of want to just ease into it. Team deathmatch, and after team deathmatch, we'll go to what? Try on rate it. Team deathmatch for now, and start again. Yeah, we'll probably do like 3 videos. That's enough, and that should tie you guys over until pretty much Sunday.
Match found.
So it is.
They think I'm an old dog? I'll show them just how many tricks I know.
once looked up to you. I once admired you. But you squandered my favor, and now we're here.
Reloading.
Fight!
Killed. Reloading.
Not ready yet.
Raid is coming.
One dead.
Ultimate orb spawning.
Reloading.
Molly! Not your best. Not ready yet.
Enemy down.
Stim beacon down.
10 seconds until stage change.
That's sweet.
Stage 2.
Teleport's gone. Down and out.
Reloading.
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 Gotcha.
New stage in 10.
Finished.
Stage 3.
Enemy down.
Dropped.
Fully smoked.
Ultimate orb spawning.
Heal up, squad.
Get out of my way.
Not ready yet. Stim beacon here.
See ya.
10 seconds until stage change. Final stage.
Reloading. Scout destroyed. Buried.
Not ready yet.
Time to hunt.
Molly! Reloading.
Reloading.
That's three.
Hawk. Blinded.
Smoke's
Headshot.
down.
Reloading.
Charge your ults. Scatter.
Reloading. Out.
My ult is ready. Molly! They
Enemy
are
kill.
so dead.
That's three. Four down. Hawk out.
15 kills.
Enemy down.
Reloading.
Ultimate orb spawning. 5 kills left.
Molly!
You are powerless. The hunt begins.
I wouldn't say that was my worst match. Maybe I wouldn't say the second match. Yeah, they had a good formation. Sniper on the right side, the other ones were like left, or like assault rifles, or just someone who was like medium range, with people just throwing like power ups or abilities in the middle. It was a good strategy, and I gotta appreciate that there was kind of like a solid strategy that the sniper definitely took the right side, or I guess the left side if you're an inverse, or not inverse, or if you're left-handed or whatever the crap. But yeah, that was actually kind of all the matches I keep learning and I actually keep enjoying. That's what I appreciate about this game. And everything's just on the fly, snappy. It doesn't take long to respawn. All the characters are fun to play. I would just maybe one nitpick. The characters feel like something we've seen before. There's something fresh about them because we've seen them before. That's the only thing I can say about this. But overall, Valorant is it's a solid game. Is it better than Overwatch? I wouldn't say it's better than Overwatch, but yeah, fun to play, easy to get into, easy to respawn, doesn't waste time with pretty much weekly cutscenes, and it just kind of gets straight to the point, so I kind of appreciate that. So let's do deathmatch. And let's see how that goes, because I think that's a free-for-all, which I also appreciate too. And less loading times just to get to a multiplayer match, so I'll take it any day. Alright, let's see if this takes long. If this takes a long time, then
Match found.
never freaking mind.
Death match. Warm up.
No worries, Charlie. No worries.
Fight.
Woo! Let's start. Useless individual.
kills remaining. Five kills remaining. One kill remaining.
Oh my gosh, that was brutal. Just when I thought I was getting the hang of this game, then Deathmatch is like, nah, fam, you're gonna die every single time. There are better players than you think, better than you, and you're gonna learn the meaning of a From Software game. Really, the meaning of pain. Yep, you definitely learned it. I kind of want to immediately go back to it because I at least got some kills. Of course, I was the last person who got killed, which was kind of salty, but it was earned because everyone clearly put their hours and definitely level up and grind it. But yeah, they absolutely took their time. They definitely got good. Everyone is getting good. But the people who were absolutely kicking my ass every 10 seconds was basically people who put like the hours and the grind and put pretty much, I wouldn't say blood, sweat, and tears. No, they absolutely put their time to play the team deathmatch. Oh. Actually, no, that's kind of on my end. Okay, it's been 34 minutes too. Yeah, I lost connection. Yep, that's on me. Hold on. Alright, maybe it's working again. I think it's working again. No, actually, this was on me. I think my internet was going out. Just briefly. Okay, well, that was a weird technical issue. It wasn't actually caused by Riot Games. That was actually on me. Shall we continue again? Again... It's pretty good that I actually wanted to play other matches, too. Let's go ahead and try Swift Play. I want to see what this is. Yeah, let's check it out. It's not bad that people are actually playing this. Any mode. Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Swift Play will probably not take long. And underrated, I want to try that out too. That's the thing. Unlike freaking Concord, I actually want to try out the different modes. Because of its fast, frantic...
Match found.
Well, no freaking way! That was pretty fast, and I very much enjoyed that.
Just take a seat. I got this.
ISO, what advice would your grandmother have for you today? Give us something good.
Study hard. Become a doctor.
No charges left. No charges left.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Come on, let's go.
Grenade!
Careful now.
Reloading. Multiple enemies A.
You're finished. Show me a target.
Barrier created.
Spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Spike spotted. We will claw our way back up to the light. Can someone get this?
Let us take the lead here.
Grenade!
Concussing. Careful now.
Try again. My ult is ready.
Spike planted.
Blinding. Enemy spotted. B. Scout's down.
Enemy spotted B.
Last player standing. Last round in the half.
We cannot keep our goods after this. Spend all.
Heads up!
Spike down B.
Reloading!
One enemy remaining. Switching sides.
Raze, don't wreck this place all on your own. Save some demo for me.
Let's make some chaos.
Careful now. Going up.
Our counter's dead.
Spike down B.
There.
Last player standing.
Anyone have any splints? I may have jammed my fingers. Multiple fingers.
Don't hold back.
Grenade!
Careful now. Flash out.
Next.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Match point.
Just swapping in fusion cells. Okay,
My
arms
ultimate's
are good.
ready.
We can go.
Zero in.
Reloading.
Multiple enemies B. Over there. Over there.
Planted. Pitiful. MVP is mine. Let's do this.
Take them one by one.
Flash!
Reloading. Spike down A. Last player standing.
Stand aside. My ult is ready. Show me a target. Got the spike.
Thirty seconds left.
Planted. Breaking them.
Defenders win.
Yeah, that was an intense match. That guy who was outlasting all of us, yeah, he was pretty dope. And by pretty dope, like, he definitely put the time in. He had a strategy, he utilized it. He could have won that match if he wasn't outgunned. You know, I also appreciate that we can buy our weapons on the fly, and it just doesn't feel like it's something like, oh my gosh, this is annoying to just to buy these weapons. And at least we get different assortment of weapons. I think that's a selling factor for Valorant compared to like Concord. Yes, Concord had some pretty sick weapons too, but Valorant just, I like that it's kind of like, hey, buy your weapon, kind of read the room, plan your strategy, buy a weapon on the fly, and then just have fun with it. It's just so quick and so fast. Like, this is what a live service game could be. And I'm sorry, Sony and PlayStation are trying to really sell us like Concord, but this is where the money would actually be successful. This is where money would actually be made. Valorant, and I hear Marvel Rivals is killing it too in terms of the betas, so clearly there is a live service game where it needs to focus on the fun factor instead of just trying to be like, as people like to say, woke. Yeah, it just feels like Concord, and yes, woke, because woke, that's just kind of what Times is. I mean, I think, should I give my opinion about woke? No, I'm just gonna keep it simple. For what Concord is trying to do and what their vision they're trying to do, it's not a fun game overall quality. It's fun to play, but just, I already did like my first impression on it. This is where success will come. Not every game has to be like Valorant, not every game has to be Apex Legends, not every game has to be like the latest trend that are driving. But they certainly don't need to be Concord. And if PlayStation tried to sell us on Concord, heck no. Hell no. Please no. Okay. We have 52 minutes. Stop it right here. Let's stop it right here. And we'll go immediately to part 4. But for the different modes I got to try, it's pretty solid. This is the type of game where I actually want to play different modes. I haven't felt this way about live service games until trying different modes since Apex Legends. Well, Apex Legends is kind of like a battle royale. Team Fortress 2, they had different modes and it was all a blast to play too. It reminds me of a very faster Team Fortress 2, and it's kind of one of those modern, it's a combination. Like Team Fortress 2 in terms of like different modes that were absolutely a blast to play back in the day, to the modern standards of doing something different that live service games. I give live service games a lot of flack that there's no creativity and that's what's dominating video game industry. Yes, live service games will never die because that's the latest trend. But if you have a live service game where I feel compelled to play every match and grind and just play different modes, that's a success. And I will give you a pat on the back. And Valorant, you're kind of one of the exceptions of where your live service approach, it makes sense for your type of game, and it makes sense for Overwatch. It doesn't make sense for like Suicide Squad. No, it really does not make sense for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It did not need to be a live service game, period. I just don't get, money talks. Well, anyway, let's get to part 4 in a little bit, and I'll be right back.